girls. I'm so happy to be on with you today. And I know that some of you will be jumping on board here, but I'm just going to start because I want to make sure that I honor your time and Natalie's time, and I have a lot to say. I hope that I can get it all in a half hour, but I am super happy I'm here. And hi, Sarah and Whitney. I love that you are on with me live today. So I am Jeri Taylor Swade. I'm the first queen of Senegence. I have been a distributor for almost 19 years now, and I still love what I do. In fact, I actually love it more now than I did before, because I know what this business is. I know what this business can do for people and their lives and their families. I know how it changes women. I know how you get so much confidence and all of those kind of things. So I love what I do, and I really look forward to my 20-year anniversary, which will be next seminar, and I'm super excited about that. So I'm looking forward to it, and you are welcome. Thank you for inviting me. I am going to talk to you about wowing and booking, because wowing and booking are the two first parts of the basics of the business. And on my team, we are calling it Lean and Mean in 2018. And I know that Natalie is talking to you about getting back to the basics. And honestly, the basics is where it's at. If you do the basics, you will never not be able to do your business. If you do the basics, you will build a business. If you do the business basics, you will be able to sustain your business for many, many, many years to come. And I'm sure that you all want that, especially if you have a team and especially if you put a lot of effort into this. You don't want to give it up. My saying that everybody that knows me, and my team especially knows, is keep on keeping on. And that is the key. That is totally the key to having a sustainable business, because what does that mean? It means that you keep doing it, you keep doing it, you keep doing it, you keep doing it. If it is not working, then you change it and you do something else, and then you keep doing that. Do you have to change things, the way you do business? And your life changes, the times of your life change, technology changes, all of those kind of things. So you have to keep up on all of that. But the basics never change. Never, never, never change. So I know, 20 years, can you believe that, Natalie? So let's talk about the basics. And if you were to look at any of the training materials, you will see that the basics are always the same: wowing, booking, demoing, and directing. And so what does that mean? Well, wowing is the first way. Wowing is super, super important, because that is how you build your business, by wowing. I always tell my team that you have to open your mouth and tell people what you have. If you don't open your mouth, and if you are afraid because you don't like to talk to strangers, then get over it, because you have to get over it in order to build your business. Period. End of story. Open your mouth and tell people what you have and what what you are doing, what the business is, what the products are, how much you love them. It's your excitement and your enthusiasm about what you're telling them. They can tell it in your eyes. They know if you're BSing them. They know if you're just trying to make a buck. But that's not what you're trying to do. What you're trying to do is share the business, share the products. That's what you're trying to do. And then let them make the choice. It doesn't matter if they say no. It doesn't matter if they say they're not interested. It doesn't matter if they don't believe that a product would work like you're saying it would work. It doesn't matter, as long as you are opening your mouth and telling people, because there'll be a lot that say yes. There'll be a lot that say, tell me more. There'll be a lot that say, really? Does that really do what you're saying it's going to do? So you're going to get the no's. Everybody's going to get the no's. In fact, Leslie always talks about playing a game and seeing how many no's you can get, because you know if you get no's, you're going to get yeses. And it's a game. Wowing is a game. When you've gone through all of your warm market people, that means the bodies are around you in the life that you live, your family, your friends, your church people, everybody that you know and see on a regular basis. That's called your warm market. And once your warm market is exhausted, you are stuck unless you know how to get past it. How do you get past it? You go out and you wow. It's so fun too, especially if you take somebody with you. If you take another distributor with you, you can play a game. You can take 3 distributors with you if you want. I mean, I created years ago when I lived in Las Vegas, I was trying to teach my girls how to wow. And so we would go into the mall and we had a clipboard and we had a lip sense survey, and we had colors on our hand that matched the lip sense colors on the survey. And we would say, we're doing a survey of women that like makeup or wear makeup or lipstick, and ask them some questions about, obviously if you walk up to somebody and they have makeup on, you know that they like makeup or they use makeup, or if they have lipstick. So you go up and you say, excuse me, I noticed that you have lipstick on today, and I'm actually here doing a survey about lipstick. Could I just have a second of your time? I was wondering, do you wear lipstick every day? Do you like soft colors mostly? Do you like pinks or reds? What are the colors? Now, out of these colors, which one is your eye drawn to? And then they'll say that one or whatever. And, oh, I never wear red. I always wear soft or whatever. And you're talking to them. See, this is the deal. It's about relationship. It's about forming relationship. It's about having people like you and trust you. So when you're talking to them and you're doing a survey, and you look really nice and put together, and maybe you have a distributor or 2 with you and they look really nice and put together, and you're having fun and you're laughing and, just having a good time, and you're approachable and you approach them and you're talking to them about lip colors, and then say, for our marketing purposes, have you ever heard of lip sense? And they'll say, no, what is that? Or, oh, I've seen that stuff. Is that the stuff on Facebook or whatever? And say, and we are showing lip sense today for those who have never seen it. Would you like to have some on? Would you like to try it? Or would you just like a little stripe on your hand so you can see how long it lasts for you today? And if we get your information, we get to put you on a drawing for a starter set of lip sense, or for a gloss, or for whatever you want, because you have to decide, because it's only you or your 2 or 3 distributors that are working with you that day, what you're going to do. And then, or maybe you have a cute lip bag, or maybe you have a cute, makeup bag that has lips on it, or whatever. And then you just need to talk and be friendly and smile, and then do the lip survey. And I am not joking. Every time we have done that in a mall situation, first of all, we get kicked out after a while. We get kicked out because they say we're soliciting. And we say, no, we're not soliciting. We're just doing a survey for our business. And they're like, well, you have to get permission first. But before you get kicked out, you can do a lot. You can talk to a lot of people before you get kicked out. So, or asked to leave, or asked to not do your survey or whatever. So, so you can let people try it on. And how you do that is you always have the availability to do business. You're ready to do business no matter where you go, no matter what you're doing, no matter where you go, you're always ready to do business. So the biggest thing is your stripes. Okay, so the stripes is like your calling card. I have a distributor in Las Vegas. It's a major realtor, and she actually does like millions of dollars in sales, but she is a Senegence distributor too. And she said, oh my gosh, if I could walk around with a house on my hand, I would even do better at real estate, because it's such a conversation starter. And especially now, like years ago, nobody knew what it was. Now people will say, is that lip sense? Or have you been trying lipstick? Or they'll start a conversation with you and then you start a conversation with them. So you always want to wear your calling card. Always, every single day, no matter what you're doing. It doesn't matter if you have sweats on. Put at least some brows, mascara, and lips on and go out to the grocery store. But do not go out without any makeup on. End of story. You are in the makeup beauty business. Look like it. That's number one key. Look like it. Okay. So you guys, I just tell it like it is. I'm sorry, but I'm like sort of matter of fact. I kind of tell things like it is. And I think my dad's the one that taught me that, because he actually came out with a board game called Tell It Like It Is years ago. So I'm just sort of direct like that. But you got to look the part. You cannot be expecting to wow people if you look like crap. Sorry, but that's true. Okay? So look like you're ready for business, and always have your tester kit. Now this one is called, for my team, we call it our mini tester kit. And this one you can fit actually in your purse. You can carry it anywhere you want. And this one inside has lip sense. It's got glossy gloss samples. It's got your business cards. It's got witch hazel, a bottle of witch hazel. It's got cotton pads. It's got applicators. It's got everything you need. And my suggestion is whatever's in your tester kit is what you put on your hand, besides whatever color you're wearing that day. So your stripes, sometimes I'm guilty of this. Sometimes I go 2 and 3 days of stripes on my hand, and by the 3rd day they're looking yucky. So make sure they're fresh. And the way to get them to stay fresher is to put gloss over the top of your stripes, because then it protects the colors from rubbing off as much. So that is your calling card. We came up with that term many, many, many years ago. The top distributors did. And I think it works pretty good. The way we came up with wearing stripes on our hand in the first place was just really kind of by just doing the business. Because at the very, very beginning, like I would say the first 3 months of me being a distributor, we were doing trade shows all the time. And we were doing a trade show, I think it was in San Francisco. So we had like 4 or 5 distributors in the booth. It might have been in the first 6 months, I'm not sure. And we found that after doing a trade show for days, you have stripes all the way down your arm because you're showing people the colors before, because we say, you know, we need to pick the color first before we put it on your lips, because once it's on your lips, it's going to stay there all day. I don't let people change colors. So we had stripes all over here, and then we would go to dinner at the end of the trade show, and of course we were all exhausted, and all we wanted to do is sit and have a drink and eat and then go to bed and then start over the next day. But we were so busy in the booth that we would just have stripes everywhere. So when we would go to dinner at night, invariably, everybody would ask us, what is that on your hand? The waitress would ask us, the hostess at the restaurant, people, the cab driver, everybody would ask us what we have on our hands. So we're like, we should do this every day. Even if we're not demoing necessarily, why don't we just wear stripes on our hand every day? Because people ask us, why are we not taking advantage of that? And that's how it got started, to wear stripes on your hands. So it was just kind of a given, and we just figured it out, and now it's the corporate culture. It's our culture to wear stripes on your hand because it works so good. So if you're not wearing stripes, girl, wear your stripes. Okay. And then wowing is an adventure. It really is an adventure. Talk to people you don't know on purpose. On purpose. Because you never know who the next person you talk to could be, a next crown princess on your team, or it could open up a door that you would never know would open up to you if you didn't open your mouth. So I'll tell you a really quick story. I have on Fly Girl today, and the reason why I have on Fly Girl is because I'm the one that created that color specifically for flight attendants for Virgin America. And it's a long story, but to tell it to you briefly, is I was on a flight. I wowed the flight attendant. They're supposed to wear red or nude color lipstick, which I didn't know, but I just wowed her, and she had on red lipstick, and I said, don't you hate the red lipstick because it gets all over your teeth and is everywhere? And she goes, oh my gosh, I wish I didn't have to wear this. And I said, well, I can help you with that, because if you had my lipstick on, you wouldn't have to worry about it. She's like, what lipstick are you talking about? And this was, I think, in 2014. So I wowed her. I went to the back of the plane. I put blue red on her because I always carry blue red with me, because that's what Christina Aguilera is famous for. And so it's an easy conversation starter. So I put blue red on her, and she loved it. She called the other flight attendants. They all tried it on. And she said, you know what? We're doing a beauty expo for Virgin America next week. Can you come? And I said, well, yeah, but where is it? And she said, in LA. And I lived in Las Vegas, and I said, I need to look at my calendar. But she goes, don't worry, we'll fly you out. You don't have to drive. We'll fly you out. Can you come? So I changed my arrangements. I went to their beauty expo. One of the girls that was there was the head of the, what do you call it? I forget what their term is, but it's basically, she's the head of choosing uniforms for all the girls. So she said, wouldn't it be cool if you guys had a lip color that actually matched our uniforms? So I said, well, I'll see what I can do. So I called Joni, and I said, Joni, Virgin America is asking if we can make a red that matches their uniforms. And she goes, well, what does it look like? And I said, well, blue red is too bright. It's more like a classic pinup girl red, and it's a little bit darker and deeper, more classic looking. And she said, I don't see why not. And I said, I have a name for it already. She said, you do? And I said, yeah, let's call it Fly Girl. She said, I love it. Let's do it. So she wrote an email to the people in that powers that be at Cetagens at the time. They contacted me. We worked together until we got the color of Fly Girl just perfect. And then I actually got to launch Fly Girl in LAX at the Virgin America hub. And Cetagens actually came down and launched it with me. And that's when, okay, I have a flyer of it. Where is it? I printed it out for you guys, but I'm working in